All right, welcome to the Riders Lounge. Shane and Mark coming back at you here. And today I think we can finally review the Korua pencil, as I've now owned this board for 2.5 years. Here we go. So yeah, like I say, I've had this board for about 2.5 years now. Proper daily driver for me, for someone like me. I'm not land and switch. I'm not doing a ton of switch riding.
You could do a bit.
You can,
yeah.
And that's what's cool. It's doable, as they say on their website.
Exactly.
It falls in the doable category. But this board really, you know, it's for anyone. The sizing we'll start with right away. We go 138. 47, 153, 159, which is what I've been riding, and 164. Now, Fawcett and I talk about this a lot, riding up a little bit from what, say, the website might tell you. Well, in this case, 5'9" is perfect for me, but it is bigger than what is often suggested in board sizes. Me being 5'7", 5'8", 155. So, you know, what are some advantages of riding a longer board? I know why it works for me on this, but...
Yeah, I mean, definitely it's support at speed.
Yeah.
So riders that, you know, if you're riding slow and doing slower carves and like super loopy things, you can handle those shorter effective edges, but a longer effective edge just has so much more support when the speed picks up. So more advanced riders, even like sort of like intermediate advanced, a board with a longer effective is going to be a lot more comfortable, especially at those speeds. I know the guys I ride with, we got kind of we got a crew here. We ride bikes in the summer.
Bunch of the boys are on the 6'4".
Yep. Super good, fast riders, and they ride the 6'4". Now they're taller than both of us. I'm between the two. I'd be fine really on either, the 59 or the 64. I'd probably just try and have both, actually.
Yeah. Well, and the waist width is really awesome with this. So with this one, with the 5'9", I'm just looking here, yeah, we're at a 26 waist. So me with a 9 boot, I'm not worried about booting out. I do ride this posi, not aggressively though. The back is only +6. Front though, I'm usually 30 degrees on this one. I really like to power into it that way, get my shoulder around.
This stance, +6 and 30, Westcott's Mount Baker Bank Slalom winning stance.
Yeah, it's, there we go. That's of
is,
course
right
why,
there.
no. But yeah, I mean, it does make a lot of sense. And I will say too, like I've shifted back quite a bit because I like to have a short, stiff tail. So when you flex your snowboard, it's important to have 2 placements on it too. Like bring your arm in here when you're flexing a board. Don't grab the nose and flex these boards. I see that too often in the shop and just wanted to bring that up. So back to that, yeah, I'm way back here to keep that stiff tail, so as I exit, I'm as stable as this guy usually when he exits a turn, and that's a big part of what I found with the pencil. It'll ride POW, but this thing is incredible on groomers too. Tons of nose, obviously surface area for the powder, so that's why I say this is a board for anybody.
Yeah, for sure, and for like hard charging, I'd say where this board excels over a lot of other ones is in messed up resort conditions. So not perfect,
Nights
clean
at
slate
Salmo.
powder. Yeah, like you know, you're dealing with some powder and then you know choppy old lines through there. The way this nose is shaped, it just is like the crud buster through all of it. And again, when I'm out there on different boards and riding with my like couple of buddies that charge on these, like I usually am like, oh, I wish I had one of those right now.
The sweet spot being that 8-meter side cut too. So I find I do get, you know, there is early rise in here and then really nice camber. It's not too high. Hopefully you can see there. It's a really nice chill camber, but that early rise lends it to turn quite quick because my contact's back here. You see right about there is where the contact starts. And then into that 8-meter side cut, it just holds. Like this thing holds at speed. Of course, I've got my original. These are the Gen 1 Ultras, so slightly different toe cap on these ones, but still freaking amazing.
That's a good
And,
matchup. That's
yeah.
nice too with the black and white. I like
Yeah,
that.
it turned out really
Shane's
good.
good at all that sort of stuff.
I get nerdy. I try to make sure my sticker jobs and everything are
Sticker jobs
good.
are perfect, and this nice orange base.
It's red.
I'm colorblind.
He's colorblind.
I like total. Always said, oh yeah, it was Korua's with the orange base, but it's a sintered. It's a great base actually.
Let us know what color it
I
is.
know it's not the black graphite sintered, but we've not had any issues with the bases.
No, these are a high-end race base.
Yeah, they cook. They crush it.
And Korua is they're putting out really cost-effective boards too. I think the value, like what you get for your dollar it's incredible. It's really good. The entire line's awesome. I just wanted to wait a little bit to, well, we just hadn't had a chance to get this one on the show yet. We've been busy. It's been busy. And lots of companies are sending us boards all the time. It's great. Any of the boards that come to us, we're going to review them. It has nothing to do with what we carry in tribute upstairs by any means. So Fozzie's got a white space coming on soon. There's a bunch of other boards. We just had a ton of new Nidecker stuff show up.
Boxes of Nidecker stuff show up.
That's going to be really cool to review too. But yeah, like I say, the pencil, there's a ton of sizes with good reason. This is honestly, in my opinion, Korua's flagship board. It really is.
I think this is like the epitome of what Korua does.
Yeah,
Is this board? They make the autos great. Don't get me wrong, and that's like an all-mountain. It's sort of their version of a twin or an all-mountain twin. That thing's incredible.
But I'll grab this one over the auto every time.
Transition finder,
Oh, yeah.
like all those are great. The pin tonic is actually really similar to this, minus the cutout of the tail. Another thing with this that is pretty marquee and Korua does is lots of tail taper. So most of them, the 53, 59, and 64 have 2.8 centimeters or 28 millimeters.
20 mils, yeah.
And so that really allows that tail not to get caught in places. It actually helps the nose, because the way the side cut is sort of shifted, helps the nose like really pull you into the turn super well. It's
And that's why you can run that much nose, right?
Yeah, you can run tons of nose. You don't need to be way up there to get it to pull. It's going to pull you into the turn, and just such a clean release with all that taper. And again, in POW, it trims out really well. You don't need to be all back foot heavy. You just stand on this thing, and it's slicing through.
Yeah, if I'm going to BALDFACE, this is in my top 2 boards. I'm probably going to choose to go up there. So, but like I say, that's why it can be a daily driver for almost anybody, all the way down to a 38 and get young kids on it. And then the 6'4", our buddy Heath, who's a powerful, tall dude, and he does very, very well on that. So, yeah, guys, more to come as always. We want to thank our sponsors, of course. We have Cole Headwear, BALDFACE Lodge, Stoke the Fire Hot Sauce, James Brand Knives. I don't know where my knife went. I gave it to you earlier. It's
there.
on the wall. There we go.
Johnsen Brewing Company, we get that?
Yeah.
And This is Coffee.
This is Coffee, another new sponsor that just came on board. So yeah, any of the deep dive questions you guys have, always hit us on the YouTube channel. But if you really want to get into it, that's where Patreon works for our members. So if you're a member over there, we can really get into the specifics. If you're trying to figure out a boot match to a binding, or should you be putting a Falcor on a outer space living, things like that, when we want to get into those questions, that's where Patreon comes in. So we got you on the members there. For the guys that are already there, thank you so much. And I think that's everything, hey?
Yeah, thank you so much for watching another episode of the Riders Lounge.
We'll see you on the next one.